Hey buddy, it's me Pluto. Today I'm going to be commentating Cliff of Cliff's 100 coins, which is course 12 in E6. Yeah, let's just get into it. So, I'm just going to assume that you know EE for this video, but if you don't, go play EE or watch it. We spawn under the stage here. We need to get the wing cap so we can escape this little prison. And by using the wing cap and the vanish cap to also gain invincibility from the fire, you can climb up the stage pretty quickly. Now this wing cap's actually important because you can only get it once. It only lasts for 60 seconds, and we kinda need this thing because there are 2 red coins that are actually impossible to get without the wing cap. So the entire purpose of this wing cap for reds and hundreds is to climb the stage as quickly as possible so that way you can get those 2 red coins. And that way, yeah, you can just do the rest on foot. But this stage was one of the tougher ones to figure out, I feel. The reason for that is because a lot of these things are kind of obtuse compared to what's normal. Those are the 2 red coins that you need the wing cap for, by the way. Because the switch is still there, but it doesn't spawn boxes. But this level is very different from the EE version. You play it very differently. The strategy, like, the hardest jump in the EE version is the jump to that little bridge I'm doing the wall kicks over, and that's impossible in this version. You have to do a completely other route, or a different route. So now let's talk about the actual 100 coin star. So how many coins does the stage have? Well, it has 100, exactly 100. And unlike EE and E4, there are no ways to clone coins. There are bob-ombs that you can use to grab like a fake bob-omb, but there's no lines of coins anywhere, which means that it's impossible to clone anything. So it is 100% truly impossible to clone in the stage, which means that you need to get every single coin, which normally isn't that bad, except for the fact that this stage has around 66 individual yellow coins floating around, many in spots that force reclimbs. And you need to collect every single one. And there's some that are pretty easy to forget. Thankfully, it's pretty easy to just clear out the stages. None of them are too well hidden. But you do need to have a general idea of where they are, unless you want to do a bunch of unnecessary reclimbs looking for the extra ones. And this stage is not very friendly. In the E version of the stage, it's easy to climb wherever you want. In this one, it's not. This is the toughest part of the stage here. I do a precise long jump to be able to just instantly long jump to the second box, and that gives me enough time to do a chain long jump to the third box. Those, I need to get like really good long jumps there though, because those boxes are really far apart, and the only reliable way to make those long jumps without like absurdly precise jumps is to get a chain long jump with momentum on the first one, and then just do a normal chain long jump on the second one. And it's still pretty difficult, but you can get very consistent at it. Bob-ombs in this game have huge explosions. It's the same as Nightmare. They also last for a while. You need to push this box because there's a yellow coin in it. And also, I didn't even explain what the point of that was. Heave-Ho Cave right there is blocked off by metal boxes, so the only way to enter it is to come through the side. The walls of Heave-Ho Cave are one-sided walls. They only have collision on the inside, but on the outside. So if you can approach them from the outside, you can just go inside the cave from the back. And that's the exact principle of going around the entire thing there, so that way I could end up behind the cave and enter with a long jump. It's one of the coolest things in the game, and when I found out that's what was intended, I was like, oh, that is such a cool idea. Honestly, that's my favorite part about this game. This game has so many cool ideas. Like course 5, when I saw like the amp trick with the switch, that shit was so awesome, dude. I love stuff like this. This game is not good, and I wouldn't recommend it to like most people, but if you're like a fucking Super Mario 64 nerd, you should play this stage. You'll probably like it. Or not the stage, this game. You'll like probably enjoy it a decent amount, if I'm being honest. What you won't enjoy is this section here. I use fixed cam because the camera is absolute dog shit. And this gives me an okay camera. Lakitu cam normally works in Extreme Edition, but I think it's because of the wing cap that the camera gets kind of weird, and it doesn't work how it normally does, so you pretty much need to do the whole stage in broken cam, which it really sucks, because one of the nice things about the stage is that there were decent Lakitu cam setups for some of the harder jumps, but that gets thrown out the window in this one. Which means that fixed cam to the rescue to make this, like, even remotely doable. Reds, I guess I'll talk about time this took. Reds took about 50 minutes, and Reds just essentially practice for this because you need all 8 Reds for hundreds anyways. and then hundreds took 50 minutes, followed by like another like 30-minute session, so like an hour 20. So 2 hours for both the coin stars, which is less than most stars I normally upload. But I think the star is a combination of interesting enough and also difficult enough to still warrant that regardless. Plus, I think I just have fun things to talk about. Also, no one has done this before, so it's double worth uploading. If you can't tell, the way I plan to break out of this is with a bomb clip. So just grab the bomb and just clip out there. And then while I'm here, I might as well get the 2 reds, or the 2 coins in this area. They're basically reds, you need them all. They just give you less coins, unfortunately. So with that done, we're kind of done with a lot of the major hard parts. There are some things that we're going to want to prioritize, but for the most part, we're just going to be climbing through the rest of the stage and just getting the coins as we approach them. It's going to get a little tricky towards the end because there's a lot of reclimb coins, but for now, let's just enjoy the normal ones. So now I should probably talk about these backflip wall kicks, because this is probably the second hardest part of the stage. There's like 5 of these difficult backflip wall kicks. Actually, it's like 6, but they're pretty tough. The most reliable way I could hit them with this camera is like that, by like just going like towards the wall essentially with the camera. Normally I would use a different camera if this was like a game with a good camera like Agleb Cam, but because it's not, you get really unreliable speed when you do it the normal way. So the most consistent way is just like that, just like so that way the camera is just perfectly straight, it's not moving, and you can easily do it. It takes a bit of practice to get used to, but it's doable. So the first time we were here, we had a wing cap, so we were able to just fly through everything, but here we actually need to like play the stage, so let's do that. Get the red down here, which is normally where there was, actually there's a red there normally, isn't there? The other one has a cork box. Do that jump, which is pretty easy. Come over here. Now we have a bit of an annoying part of the stage. We have to get a double firstie here, and also the camera sucks, so there's going to be a beast. Oh, and I got flipped by the Evo. There's going to be a decent amount of firstie grinding here, because you need a double firstie, which with this camera is not the easiest thing in the world. So yeah, E6 is like a game that's like, it's always been like in my mind as like something that I want to beat, but I'm not sure when I'm going to attempt it. But I don't know, I just kind of got in the mood just like seeing like Katsei have like, he had like 162 I think, and I was like, oh no, he's almost at, he's at my star count. I can't let that happen. I need to destroy him. I'm just kidding, I love Katsei. Okay, so I wasn't super happy with how I worded this in the original take, so I'm just going to re-record this for a little bit. I would not be surprised if Katsei goes for it after seeing this, because it's like, yeah, it's definitely not impossible now. So it's like on the table, so if he goes for it, good luck. If he doesn't, that's cool too. I'll respect it regardless. Yeah, but I think the star is pretty neat, and it would be decently exciting to see someone else do it, because even though it's a lot of reclimbs, it's neat. So yeah, it's pretty much that's all I was trying to say there. So back to the normal thing. Getting a couple more coins here. More Goombas for free coins. So yeah, 169 is a lot. Now there's only 6 stars in the game, and it's the reds and hundreds and C13, C14, C15. I mentioned at the end of the video, but I'm pretty sure the next one I'm gonna go for is C14 reds and hundreds, which I don't know when that's gonna fucking happen. Speaking of C14s, Bonds Toward the Future, it exists. Yeah. It's a stage. I've been practicing that. At the moment, I'm about 32 hours in, and that's including practice. Most of that is practice. At the moment, my PB in attempts is a 16 out of 24. I also have I think it was a 10 out of 24 and a 13 out of 24. So I'm doing pretty good for myself for that star. Also, here, you need to do this awkward triple jump to reach the second layer. But yeah, BTTF is like really exciting. I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would, which makes me really happy, because I was worried I was going to hate the stage because it had like the triple firstie thing. The triple firstie is still annoying, but it's not that bad. But yeah, it's just been really enjoyable, I guess, to do that stage, and I've been getting pretty consistent. I've only gotten 3 attempts past like the insane blue tower wall kicks, but it's just fun, man. I'm having fun. And it was also nice to play a game that isn't Dream Edition, because, I don't know, This game is like very dumb fun. It's kind of like junk food in a way. It's like it stimulates my brain because it's hard, but it's not like a super enriching experience. It's not something that I'm actively look to like get engrossed in because it's fucking E6. It's just something I can just enjoy and have fun with and think is cool. And I like that factor. I think it's fun. I think it's enjoyable to do that. So on this cone here, there's a couple single coins. The only real awkward one is this one here, because you actually cannot grab it and land on the cone. I also missed it. You might be able to land on the cone. It's more difficult than just jumping for it. Unfortunately, got kind of unlucky there and missed it. So, gotta climb up the stage again. This stage is a lot of reclimbs, admittedly. It's a little annoying. So yeah, just get back up. But you don't really need to use like that much brain power for this game because it's levels you've already played. You just need to like know what dumb thing TB intends you to do, which admittedly requires a decent amount of brain power. Yeah. So this level is named Cliff of Cliffs. I don't know if this is supposed to be a Night of Nights reference, but that's why Sakuya is in the thumbnail and why the first song I played in this video was Night of Nights. I hope it's a Night of Nights reference, that'd be really cool. I was in a VC with some other people, so I point out this that I'm pairing two reclaim coins here. Specifically, I was in a VC with Maria and Dolphino. They're pretty cool people. They're cool friends. Dolph is grinding TD Reds. I think I've said this in another video, but if you can, join his Twitch streams and fucking say good luck, because the dude deserves it. So yeah, that's 2 good lucks. Good luck Katse if you go for this, and good luck Dolph for TD Reds. Okay, so here's like the only other part that's like kind of awkward. Like, you need to jump on these trees. It's not really difficult, it's just kind of like harder than everything else, and also a very dangerous area. And also this camera is so stupid. I don't know what it's doing. I hate it, man. Mario 64 camera, man. It fucking hits different. Very careful to not fall off there, which like isn't really a threat. I think I fuck up here. Oh no, I fuck up the second time around. One of my deaths when doing reds, because during reds I like choked this like an unnatural amount. One of my deaths was getting burned by that fire of all 8 reds, because you know red coins spawn here. It doesn't even spawn in a wacky location. It's just like on this pillar, like where Star 2 is in vanilla. It's worth noting that in this star there's nothing where brazenly placed is, because, well, the glitchy wall kick has been patched because they put a metal box there. You need to fly to it and then do like some weird thing to get it now. Trees in this game are sprites, which means that they're always facing towards the camera, which is awkward. And there, I like at the last minute realized my angle sucked and just clutched out that pause buffer to wall kick, which is a pretty good save. And there, I also almost died. I was a fucking mess there. I made so many mistakes and got punished for 0 of them. You know, as Pokemon challenges would say, never punished. Alright. So reclaim the stage again. So other things to talk about. School. So school started for me, but the first 3 days were remote. Only the first 3 days. But I'm going to go back to in-person school tomorrow, which is pretty exciting. I'm actually excited. I think my classes are all going to be interesting. I really want to do well this school year, which I've talked about a lot. But, you know, one of the things I want to always make sure that like I'm doing homework first and not like distracting myself with like playing Mario, which is difficult for me, admittedly. But, you know, I only played this weekend when I got all my homework done, which was good. I want to keep that up. Admittedly, there wasn't a lot because the school year just started, but I don't know. I want to appreciate the small things, because I feel like if I don't appreciate the small things, I'm gonna ignore the bigger things. I'm always gonna not think I'm good enough or whatever, which is not something I want to do. Which is why I think you should always appreciate like small accomplishments. Like if your like best accomplishment in this game is getting Course 1 Reds in Extreme Edition, own it. Like, own that fucking accomplishment. You accomplished something and it was difficult for you. That's impressive no matter what. It's like, at the end of the day, it's like difficulty is relative. How hard something is based on your skill level. So if something was hard at your skill level, no matter what it is, be proud of it. You know, I think that's one of the most important things that I can tell people who are like new to this game. It's like, just be proud of what you do. Be confident. You know, that advice I think is very important, because it'll make it so you're more confident in yourself. You're gonna play more confidently, which is a good thing, because if you're not confident, you're probably gonna use like really careful strats, or you're gonna get in bad moods and you're gonna die. It's like, that's not good. That's not good for your play. It's also not good for you mentally. So just in the end, I think my number one advice to anyone is just be proud of what you do, because it was hard for you, and that means that it's impressive. Anything that you struggled on is impressive in my eyes, no matter what it is. If you're fucking proud that you beat TikTok clock hundreds, like, fucking, that's cool, dude. You're cool, because you did something and it was hard for you. You know, and that's awesome. I'm happy that you can be proud of that, and I want you to be proud of that if that's the hardest thing that you've done. You know, I don't know. That's just like, this is a very random tangent, but I don't know. I think it's something important to say. That amp almost destroyed me, by the way. Because I used to be one of those people who was very dismissive of my accomplishments, but now I look at a lot of my things with pride, and I feel like I'm just more confident as a player. And that makes the game more fun, because it makes you more able to laugh at your mistakes. Like, like when I was doing Reds here, it's like I choked with 8 out of 8 twice, but I was just having a fun time. You know, I wasn't letting it bother me, and that's a really good thing. I think my mindset in general has improved, because when I first tried to get Course 10 hundreds, which was a star that like Katse got, I got super annoyed at the money bag duping, and I just got super like visibly angry on stream. And then I tried it again offline. I wasn't annoyed at all, and I feel like that's just like I'm being able to like control that like annoyance and anger more, which is another really good sign. That's something that was like one of the things that I wanted to do when I said I was going to take a break from streaming. I think that's a really nice thing that, like, you know, again, it's a minor win, but like I was saying, I have to appreciate these minor wins, because it's better than I was doing before, and I can only get better, right? So that makes me happy. I know I'm talking about a lot of things that aren't the star, but I don't know, you commentate a 25-minute single coin reclimb fest. But yeah, I don't know. In conclusion, school, it's pretty nice. Oh yeah, I also got my first COVID vaccine shot. That was cool. My left arm is kind of sore because of it whenever like I flex it or move it anyway. So that kind of hurts, but besides that, I'm just happy. I get the second shot on, I think, October 2nd, so that's going to be exciting. This is really excited to be fully vaccinated from the virus, because, I mean, no one wants to fucking deal with that shit. Scary. This is my PSA. Go get your vaccines, please. You need vaccines. Do not be... I mean... It's valid to be skeptical of things. I'm not saying, like, agree to everything, but do not be skeptical about vaccines. That's really not smart. Be skeptical about, like, journalism. Don't be skeptical about vaccines, please. Get vaccinated. You deserve it. Probably. Alright, so... few more coins here. I know it looks like there's a lot of coins left, but it's worth noting that 10 of the coins that remain are from a 10 coin box, so there's really just 8 single coins left, and not even, there's 6 single coins left, because if you notice in the star display, I'm missing 1 red. That's because I wanted a safety coin. If you are like new to ROM hacks, a safety coin is a coin that you specifically save for the end of a red or 100 coin star, because it's in a safe location that's easy to grab. And that prevents you from, like, having the animation play, like, mid-jump or, like, over a pit or something. This particular safety coin is actually in the spawn of the original level, so it's at the very bottom of the stage. This is possibly the scariest coin. You need to do a pretty decent kick there to get it, and it also needs to be at a good enough angle to land on the bridge. Again, not precise, but in a star this long, there's a lot of jumps to memorize, so it's important you know what you're doing. That's pretty much just like how the star goes. It's like it's a lot of easy jumps, but it's a lot of jumps that you need to know how to do. So it's mostly it's a combination of memory and just just general skill, I guess. This bit is kind of intimidating because if you fuck up and like take heavy fall damage here, you're dead. So you need to be really careful. I spend quite a bit of time grinding firsties here because I'm bad at firsties, unfortunately. But it's not a huge deal. At the top. And back down. Alright. This triple jump here is actually pretty awkward. I never really talked about it because I've been talking about other stuff, but it's pretty uncomfortable and scary. Alrighty, so next up, I believe we get these coins, right? Yep. So you can get this coin without a back football kick using the ledge grab. Unfortunately, this amp was kind of a bully, fucking chasing me down the hole here. Thankfully it didn't hit me or do anything worse, like make me get hit by the fire. So here I could have like tried to jump there, but I decided to play it safe, and instead of doing that I just went with, because I hadn't practiced that, so I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna do what I do in practice, which is just jump down to the center and do the long jump here. It's a 22-minute star, saving like, what, 20 seconds isn't a fucking huge deal. I don't have to worry about that too much. So here is a bit nerve-wracking because at some point I'm going to get like flipped by the Zifo. Heave-hos flip you just the perfect height to take fall damage, so you gotta be careful with that. If you get flipped from a heave-ho from under, you can avoid fall damage though, like if a heave-ho is like on a platform above you. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, there I just missed the shit out of the wall kick and take fall damage, which is scary because now I'm in HP range, which is kind of dangerous. Although 6 is also dangerous because you can take heavy fall damage and then get flipped by the heave-ho and die, but that's like unlikely. It is a threat though, so. Especially since heavy fall damage makes you lie on the floor while Mario breaks his back for like 20 seconds. Just have a stronger back, Mario, jeez. His legs just crumple under the weight of his sins. Also, this camera is super awkward. It spins in like very weird and like random directions, so you just have to react to it and hope it doesn't do anything wacky. I think this is also the first E6 video I've recorded with Gliden 64. Holy shit, the HUD looks so much more crisp. I love it. Anyways, we're basically done with the star here since we're pretty much done with like any of like the tricky parts. All that's left is to get the 10 coin box and the 2 stray coins, one of which you get automatically when you get the 10 coin box because it's directly under it. And then one is just floating in the air, which we're just going to get real quick, and then the last 2 are from the last red coin, which is at the very bottom of the stage. So, here's the 10 coin box I mentioned. Easy peasy. It's in a wide open area, so you don't need to worry about RNG. This isn't Taic 2. Does anyone else pronounce TAIC as Taic, by the way? I really want to know, because I do it. Anyways, I'm going to switch back to the raw audio, because we're done as fuck here, so see you guys then. Bye.
8.
Mabel, do the thing.
You want me to do 8 breakdances?
Yeah. I feel like at this point it's like a good responsible thing to do.
And before heave-ho like lands on me and just get dunked on. Alright, breakdance, cancel, ground pound. Fuck, I missed the ground pound. I did it.
Nice.
Hooray.
169. Hell. Congrats on the 69.
Yep.
Now this course is dead forever. You killed it. You murdered it.
Yeah. Good luck, Katse, if you go for this. I believe you. You can get like 170 or something crazy. You're a nutty player.
That's a Katse.
Hey, look, I'm in hell.
Welcome to hell.
How do you get
got
this?
Coin Star, right? Or...
No, there's a star
wow,
under here,
that-
though. I forget exactly how you get it, but there is a star under here.
Can you backfoot wall kick?
The other side is the death plane. I'm pretty sure you need to get this star to like be transported to safety. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like you could backflip and then wall kick off the actual wall. It's a little low, but like you could get height and ground pound under the star probably.
Oh, maybe. Anyways, the next stage I want to do is this one.
No.
Yeah, destruction.
Destruction.
Is that what it's called? Just destruction?
Yeah.
I love that.
It begins like this. Alright. But that's a conversation for another day. Alright.